seal.
You like some more? Let's play this game. Gotta fix my earbuds. No medication, or do we want to save both of them or figure out why Alice dipped? The double viruses or trying to find Alice?
I guess. I don't know, man.
Well, what do you want to do?
Let's do the viruses, I guess.
Okay.
Yes. Where's this IG replicator thing?
It's right here.
So this
See?
can copy the Accelevier?
I'm assuming. I think so.
What are we waiting for?
Calm down, alright? Don't rush me. I carefully lowered the small vial of Accelevier into the slot on the side of the machine. An empty vial already protruded from the other side. Presumably that's where the duplicated Accelevier would go. Ready? When I push this button, it should.
Skip it. Just press the damn.
Oh, okay, okay. And presto! Presto! Did it work?
Have a look. The empty vial has something in it now.
And the vial Sigma used remains as it was. It does not seem to have lost any of its contents.
Nice.
So, it worked?
Would have been
Probably.
pretty bad if it hadn't.
Yeah, bad for Quark. Alright, let's get this thing back to the infirmary. I reached down and pulled both vials from the machine, intending to slip them deftly into my pocket. Ah,
What
shit.
happened?
Sorry, my hand slipped.
You dropped one of them?
Yeah. Just one,
The
though.
hell? What if you'd broken it, you idiot?
Come on, if it had broken, we could have just made another copy. Before Temioji could reply, Fi spoke.
Guys?
I was surprised to hear her voice coming from near my feet. I looked down to see her staring intently at something beneath the table.
You see? It did break.
No, the vial's fine. See?
She held up with one hand but didn't move her eyes.
Then what the heck is going on down there?
Take a look.
Number 0 bomb. She slid back in the table quickly and silently. The rest of us bent down to look.
Number 2.
Okay. Oh yeah, they did say they found it in the lab. A bomb?
Oh, that makes two then.
Guess Kay was right after all.
So there were more bombs.
So it would seem.
Yep.
Was this here when you guys came through the first time?
No,
Oh, ma'am.
It was.
Yeah, I didn't see anything, and I looked real hard.
Then
You did,
somebody
though.
must have said it while we were looking for Alice.
Who the hell would do that?
Who wouldn't do it? We were all out looking for Alice. It could have been any one of us.
No, not any of us. I was back in the infirmary. Quark was still out, so I was keeping an eye on him.
So we shouldn't consider you a suspect, is that right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Quark's off the list, too.
But Tenmyoji, you have no proof that she spent the entire time in the infirmary, do you?
What?
You could have quietly made your way to the laboratory, planted the bomb.
That's insane. Listen to yourself. There's no way in hell I'd have left Quark all by himself to go plant a goddamn bomb.
Temioji was still staring furiously at Kay when Clover spoke up.
Hey, what's this thing?
I turned to see her grab something from under the table.
Looks like a memory card.
What
Oh,
was it?
It was down on the floor under the table.
Could it have been put here by the same person who set the bomb?
is that going to have the password
There
for
was
the number
nothing
2 bomb?
like it here when we examined this room.
Do you think they dropped it
Unless it was
accidentally?
left here intentionally, yes, I imagine.
What do you think's on it?
Let's take a look. Can I see it for a
Yeah,
minute?
I guess so.
I plucked the card out of her hand and looked around the room. Nothing. Shoot, no dice. We'll need to plug it into something that can read memory cards, but I don't see
So
anything
what
here.
do we do?
Come on, if I knew it, I'd be doing it.
10 minutes. Or if no.
Yeah.
Guys, I think maybe we should get back to the top floor.
Yeah,
We should.
you're right. We've got what we came here for.
What should we do about the, bomb?
Not much we can do except leave it here. Alice said it'd be dangerous to touch them.
True, but
Drop it. We can talk about the bombs later. Right now, we need to
Okay.
take care of Alice and Quark.
Yep. Right. So we'll head back to the infirmary, give them the accelerator, then head to the floor A warehouse.
Right.
Alright.
This ought to do it. It might take a little while, but they should recover.
What about the rest of us? Her voice was quiet as she backed away from Alice and Quark. In her hand was the injection gun. She carefully removed the empty vial and placed it gently in the cabinet with the other one. While we were in the laboratory, Luna had moved Quark to a crude cot. They both looked peaceful as they slept. The madness I'd seen on their faces was completely gone.
Are they really going to be all right?
Yes. The analysis I did on the vials confirmed that the duplicate was real Excelivir. The original was genuine too, of course. Now that they've been treated,
it's only a matter of time before the virus is eliminated.
We should have found more vials and duped more.
Yeah, like, I know they wanted to administer them, but I feel like they should have at least, like, duplicated it a couple more times.
Well, we probably wouldn't have had enough time to do that.
I believe so, yeah. Oh man, what a relief.
I
was
know.
really worried.
Yeah, Quark almost died. Clover grinned. Agreed. I gave her a reassuring pat on the back. Don't touch me, you old goon.
5 minutes. All right, everybody. We can be relieved later. Right now, we need to get to the AB rooms.
Damn, don't even have time to catch our breath.
Come on, let's go. The floor A warehouse is waiting. Do 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 do. Gotta get my buns in gear. Gear buns. It's like a gearbox, but for your buns. This is kind of a workout, actually.
Yeah.
Huh? Where's Tenmyoji?
Oh, he stayed back in the infirmary.
What?
Why?
Well, when we were all heading out, I noticed he wasn't doing anything. So I asked him if he was coming with us, and this is what I got.
Bah, 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 bah.
I'm still worried about Quark and Alice. I think I'll stick around and make sure they're okay.
I see. That means that Phi's only opponent will be Dio.
One-on-one, huh?
Ugh,
That's cool. Nothing to worry about. I plan to choose Ally. You know why?
because I've only got one BP.
Exactly. If you chose Ally and I betrayed you, your BP would drop below 0 and... well, we know what happens then.
Yeah, you get your
I
ass
want to
kicked.
win, but I'm not that desperate. You see what I'm
Sure.
saying, right?
Tenmyoji and Dio are a pair. Tenmyoji only had one BP left. Since Dio said he's going to pick Ally, Phi can't really pick anything else. If she does, Tenmyoji will...
Which means Dio could kill two of them.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Kay and I are going to be going one-on-one too, since Quark's still sleeping.
That is correct.
How many BP do you guys have?
I've got 6.
As do I.
This will be a tough one
If
then.
one of them can get the other to Ally, and then betray that person, the betrayer will have 9 points.
The Betrayers.
Look, Kay, I know you don't really have any reason to trust me.
I know. You would like us both to vote Ally, yes?
Yeah,
I agree. If we were to both betray, then we would gain no points. We would lose nothing either, but that's hardly relevant. If both of us cooperate, then we will both gain 2 points, which is much more beneficial.
right. You're really gonna do it.
Yes,
Promise?
He's doing that stupid old Joe sound on the face that he always does when he fucking shit hits the fan.
Oh, yeah.
promise.
1 minute.
Shit, this is bad. We need to move.
Indeed. Shall we?
Dio, K, Phi, and Clover all took off immediately, heading into different AV rooms. Counting from the left, Dio went into room 3, K went into room 4, Phi and Clover went into rooms 5 and 6 respectively. Where are we going?
I'm gonna just check.
Okay. Oh, I'm gonna be right back too then. What are you doing? You didn't order anything.
Yeah, I did.
What?
My drink.
Oh, the drink's right there.
Yeah, I know. I was checking for a straw. Like,
Yeah, I left Luna and myself. What do you think about taking the one on the far left?
Sounds good.
With that said, we'll head into Abbey room number 1. The moon key. Moon, 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 moon. So I can't remember who I'm playing against.
30 seconds.
It's probably a little late to say this. You know Alice is still in the info,
Oh.
so...
I'm saying we should pick Ally, right? Since Alice is going to default to that
Yes.
anyway. I know. It's not really fair to betray somebody who isn't voting. Luna's face broke into a warm, happy smile. Not to be sappy, but it was like a ray of sunshine on a cloudy day. I grinned at her before I knew what I was doing. For a minute, the nonary game didn't seem so scary.
10 seconds remain until Ambidex's game polling closes.
smile
9,
at me.
8,
And then betray.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
No, choose ally. Because I think if you choose betray, I think it would also go on. Ally first. We can go and choose betray in a little bit.
Fine.
Round 2. Restream Ambidex's
Alright, so let's see if Dio tried to double fuck him up.
He probably did.
Yep, because Fi ain't no stupid. Luna and I stepped out of the AB room. Alright, let's go have a look at the
Okay.
results.
results, please.
You just don't say pick betray, he's a bitch. And Clover don't give a fuck. Yep. What?!
There's some nonsense going on.
That bitch probably woke up just before the bell rang. Wait.
No, because Temioji was like, "Oh, I need to go keep track of Alice and Quark."
Yeah. And you think Alice couldn't kick his ass? Alice could absolutely kick his ass. Well, we know Kay and Clover. We know Kay was gonna vote betray. He's a dick, and Clover ain't no fucking bitch.
Points have been assigned or subtracted
Wait.
accordingly. Please check your
No,
list
we're
to
dead.
see your up.
What? It wasn't possible. I blinked, I rubbed my eyes, and looked again. No, that's not possible. How can Alice's vote be betray? It was a question I would never know the answer to. There was a sharp, quick pain in my wrist, barely even noticeable. I couldn't feel anything flowing in my veins, but I knew it was there. First with the antiseptic soap roll. I blinked, my vision started to blur. When I tried to think, cotton mind. My legs began to wobble, and then entirely as I crumpled to the floor.
Sigma! Sigma! Hang on! Oh no! Sigma! Get up!
Sigma!
Sigma!
No, why?
How? My eyelids felt heavy as they were made of lead, but I forced them open. Everything was growing blurry, but I noticed that the door to the second AV room was open. No one had gone into that room. I'd watched them all. And yet, there she stood, an apparition that couldn't possibly be real. Alice. The world was gradually going black, and my mouth refused to form words, but my head echoed with questions. How? Why? What was she doing there? Had she run at the last moment after Luna and I entered our room? But even if she had, why choose betray? Then the darkness closed over my mind as well, and my questions were gone forever. See? Should have betrayed that bitch.
Guess so.
Yeah!
Ba-da-da-da-da-da.
Never listen to your wife, guys. She's always going to lead you to get killed. Choose ally. Choose ally. It's best friends, love time, ally friend. And then I died.
Brat.
You got me killed!
It's fine. We needed, either way, we needed the end.
Sorry, Luna, but some dumb shit's going on. The bitch got 6 BPM. Lou and I stepped out of the AB room.
Why? What happened to... It's not fair to betray someone who isn't voting. I thought...
There was nothing I could think of to say. Even I didn't really understand why I picked betray instead. It almost felt unconscious, like some other part of my mind was making the decision. Perhaps I'd been possessed by some sort of evil spirit that moved my finger to betray button against my will. Alright, well, we should go see the results.
We already know what they are. It's just simple math.
The look in her eyes was more painful than any punch I'd ever taken. I turned away and almost ran toward the projector or anything else to get away from those eyes.
Results, please.
Shocker. Shocker. Haha! That's why I did, Luna.
Points have been assigned. Please check your bracelet.
What? It wasn't possible. I blinked, rubbed my eyes, looked again. No, how can Alice's vote be betray? That's not possible. That still looks so scary. Alice. She was standing inside the second room from the left. The room that should have been empty. Why? My mind was still reeling. Where had she come from? As I was trying to form a sentence, she began to move toward us. From around me, I heard a chorus of muted gasps. It seemed like we were united in our surprise and confusion. Alice drew to a stop in front of me and glanced up at the display.
Thought you'd get an easy couple points, huh? Not so easy when you have to look your victim in the eye, is it? Coward.
Me, a coward? You've got some balls saying that to me after you picked betray. Why are you even
gave
here?
Me the antivirus, didn't you?
Yeah.
Tenmyoji told me. Thank you. I mean that from the bottom of my heart, honestly.
But you should still be under the effects of the anesthetic.
Yes, well, I still am. A bit. I have a throbbing headache, and I can barely stand. It's horrible. I'm more resistant to anesthetics than most people, a result of my training. I have a feeling Zero Senior knew that. They gave me way more than the standard dose of that gas when they kidnapped me. In any event, a few minutes ago I woke up in the infirmary. Tenmyoji explained what was going on, and I got here as fast as I could.
So you showed up right after we'd gone into the AB?
Yes, right in the nick of time, too. About 10 seconds before the deadline, as I recall.
You did that just so you could betray us?
Right. What? Don't I get to do that?
Not after I saved your fucking life, bitch!
I mean, it turned out to be the right thing to do, didn't it? You two chose betray. If I'd stayed back there, I'd have lost 2 points.
So you're saying it was self-defense?
Yes.
You're full of shit. Self-defense my ass. You chose betray because you wanted out. You had 6 BP. If I'd picked ally, you would have had 9. That's what you were trying to do,
so
right?
So what if I was?
Are you serious? You would have killed me. Look, I only have 1 BP. You were this close to murdering me. Just admit it. You were planning to kill me so you could escape.
Don't be stupid. I knew you'd choose betray. There was...
Tell the truth.
That is the truth. Why am I the only one getting the 3rd degree here?
Because you have 6 points.
Look at those results. 2 other people just tried to kill someone.
Yeah, well, I'd expect it from Dio. He's a dick. And we know K's kinda K.
Yes. If Dio had chosen ally, Fi would have killed Tenmyoji. And if she'd chosen ally, Dio would have killed her.
Yeah, well, we knew Dio was gonna fucking pick betray, so ally. So...
I don't want to be rude, but it looks like Clover and Kay tried to trick one another. Not that it seems to have worked. If either one had chosen ally, the other one would have 9 BP, right?
Oh, this is just nobody's friends right now, Ralph.
Yeah.
I turned to look at the results again. Before, I'd only been looking at my own. I didn't realize there was only one word all across the roster. Betray. Whatever trust we'd managed to build had fallen apart. Everyone was suspicious of everyone else. Had it been the bombs? Or had it been something else? Whatever the reason, if it kept up, we'd never manage to escape. We'd be trapped in a cycle of 0-point rounds for the rest of our lives. Something had to be done. I closed my eyes and took a deep breath. Alright guys, pay attention. You've probably all figured this out now, but we can't keep going like this. If we don't start being a little more trusting, we're never going to get out of here. We need to work together. I might as well have been talking to a wall.
My apologies, Sigma, but I need to think on something for a bit. I would appreciate being left alone.
I would appreciate you shutting the fuck up and listening. Kay.
I'll be leaving too. Things are getting a little too intense here for my delicate constitution. Sorry.
Oh, fuck off.
Well, in that case...
At 2-5. At
Yeah,
2.
sorry.
Yes, at 2-5. Without another word, she turned and left the warehouse. Dio and Kay quickly followed suit.
See? There's your answer.
Yeah, here's your
In
answer.
the end, everyone's just thinking about themselves, so I would appreciate it if you could not treat me like I'm the only villain here.
Hey, hey, you are the only villain. You picking Betray would have killed me. Me picking Betray would not have killed you.
Come on, Clover. Let's go.
Hold on! I'm coming!
Clover, you're a
You
bitch.
feeling okay? I was really worried, you know?
About what? Fuck off. I watched him walk away, Clover practically jumping with delight to have Alice back. Before long, they'd reached the yellow door and disappeared beyond it. Bitchy.
Everyone's gone.
Yep. That's how it goes. You aren't going to leave too? Are you sure? I chose
I
Betray.
know, but I still believe in you, Sigma.
Thank you.
I think your hand must have just slipped or something.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. My chest hurt when I blinked and I felt something hot and wet prick me in the corners of the eye. Luna, I bit my lip. Before I could think of anything to say, the metallic rumble of the doors echoed throughout the warehouse. Luna's just baby.
The Ambidex gates. Round 3. Star key. There is the
As many times as we want,
Yes,
huh?
as long as we have the star keys. That means we can keep playing the AB game over and over, too.
Until somebody loses their star key.
Sigma? Could you show me your bracelet? Do you remember
Why?
what Zero Jr.
Automatically. Yeah, I remember. Let's see here. I'm a cyan pair. What about you?
I'm a magenta pair.
No, Luna! I miss you. I wonder what the others are.
Could be anything, I suppose. We won't know until we have a look.
We've got about 2 hours. 80 minutes until the next set of chromatic doors open. Joe, just write everyone angry face. You know you're going to. You're just writing everybody's name solo angry face. Or just like everybody but Luna angry face. Luna happy face.
Everyone else has gone off on their own.
Yeah, physically and emotionally. I really don't like how this is going. It won't matter how many times we repeat the AB game if nobody trusts anybody else. We'll never be able to get out
Maybe
of
it would
here.
help if we all had a common goal. Something to unite our hearts and minds.
Yeah, but we've already got something like that. We all want to get out of here. That seems like a pretty clear goal to me, but everybody chose Betray, including me.
Well, what if we have an enemy?
An enemy? I mean, Dio's already the enemy. How that
Yes,
how that went?
a common foe, like the person who set the bombs, for instance.
After coming back from the lab, I told her about the bomb while she gave Alice support to the accelerator. Yeah, that might work. If we can figure out which one of us planted the bombs and everyone else worked together against them. But how do we figure out who it is?
Do you have any clues?
Clues, huh? That's right, the memory card. I pulled it out of my pocket and held it out toward her.
What's this?
My heart.
No, thank you. I'm already taken.
By who?
Anyway, we can put this in the infirmary.
It was under the bomb we found in the lab. I think whoever set the bomb dropped it. Yeah, I don't know what's on it though. We couldn't find any kind of memory card reader.
I guess we can't really use it then. Oh, wait a second. You know what? I think I might have seen something.
Huh?
Yes, I remember. The infirmary. I saw it when I was searching the infirmary with Dio and Quark. There was a memory card just like that one. Yes,
Then-
I think we can see what's on it. The computer there should be able to...
Happy face. Like Luna's literally never done nothing bad to nobody, ever in any of the anythings.
Yeah, it is a little weird.
I mean, she's just a good person. She just wants to everybody be friends. Luna exploding from her, nearly running into Alice, Clover, and Temioji. Bam! Bam! Take that, bitches! Temioji! Come on, let's go! Computer time, men time. Quark was there as well, of course, but he was just as we'd left him asleep on the bed.
What are you doing here?
None of your business. Get the fuck out of
Yeah,
here.
for real, get the fuck out.
You're all good and well in sunshiny rainbows. Get the fuck out of the infirmary. I hope my mouth retort that thought better of it. If I really wanted to, I'd just punch her in the face. Quickly as I could, I explained the second bomb in the memory card and how we'd come to the infirmary and hopefully we could discover the contents of the ladder.
Okay.
Shut up.
Then stick it in already!
Go ahead.
Right. Just as Luna had said, there was a small slot under the screen exactly the size of a memory card. Within moments, the screen was filled with what appeared to be random letters.
Probably want to screen that.
6 rows, 22 letters each.
It looks like the odd rows use one set of letters, and the even rows use another set.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
In other words, the first 2 rows just repeat. Yeah.
Some kind of code or
Doesn't
something?
look random to me. Think there might be a pattern. I just don't know what it is.
Was there anything else on there? No, it doesn't look like it.
So all we get is this gibberish. Hey Alice, you haven't said anything for a while. What's
Does
up?
any of this look familiar to you, Clover?
What do you mean?
Have you seen something like this before? Maybe during your training?
Training?
This is...
So you do recognize...
All right, knock it off, you two. How about you share it with the rest of the class?
Yeah.
Oh, the DNA thing. No? Oh.
1 second.
You think it has to do with that? Oh! The sequence of numbers for that is the codon thing?
Possibly.
Oh. Okay.
Science stretch your neck from side to side.
I believe this is an encoded message from a terrorist organization.
And we have the cipher.
What?
They call themselves the Myrmidons.
Yep, we got it. Myrmidons. For some reason, I felt like I'd heard that name before.
What are the Myrmidons?
Put simply, they're a bunch of thugs who are trying to destroy or dismantle most of human civilization.
So this thing we're looking at, you think it's theirs?
Well, they have a number of different codes, but I do think this is one of them.
So actually, I don't think we'll need to worry about that because, like, if we have the information, then it usually just auto does it for us.
That's true, yeah.
Then the bomb? It was set by one of the Myrmidons, wasn't it?
Yes. Well, I can't say for sure, of course, but it seems likely.
Okay. Damn, I've got a ton of questions for you. But let me start with this one. What the heck does this thing say?
I don't know. How am I
What?
supposed to decode it? I don't have the key. Without a key, it would take literally hundreds of years to decode.
What about you, Clover?
Well, if Alice doesn't know how, I sure don't.
See.
Not much we can do then. We can come back to that code stuff later. I've got another question. Alice, Clover, who the hell are you? Why do you know about this code? You told me your job was to eliminate enemies of the state, or something like that. Just what the hell kind of job is that? I think it's time you told us what you do.
Sorry, but I can't.
Why not?
Because you might be one of them. You might be the person who set the bomb.
That's idiotic. Of course I'm not.
And where's your proof? For all I know, you're my enemy. I can't tell you anything.
I'm not your enemy. I'm your ally. I'm your friend. I just want all of us to get out of here. Just please tell us. Please. We need to find out who did this so we can all escape. But we have too little information. We need your help. Fine, if you won't tell us about yourself, then just tell us about the Myrmidons. What else do you know about them?
I'm sorry.
Before I complained, she leapt up and ran out of the room. Hey, wait, Alice! I took off after her.
Oh.
How long are you going to keep following me?
So.
They were in the infirmary when they said that.
Yeah. That's their elevator.
Is it? I thought that you could hear people talking from one of the rooms. Okay.
You want that?
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it.
You're gonna decode it.
I don't even, well, okay. So.
We have the key. I'll tell you later. Ready?
Hang on a second.
You're gonna want to do it long ways. Yep.
Yep.
All right. C-Q-U.
Yep.
J-H-N. M-T-E. O-N-E. R-A-X. D-F-M. I-O-V. P.
Okay. That's line 1.
Yep. B-Y-O. L-W-X. P-X-F. Wait, no. Y-P-X. My bad. Y-P-X. I missed that one. Yeah, B-Y-O, L-W-X, Y-P-X, S-V-Z, E-Q...
S-V-Z, okay. S-V-Z, okay.
E-Q-G, T-K-R, T-L-E-D.
Okay.
And then each row repeats alternately.
Yep.
So, the C1, the B1, the C1, the B1.
Yep.
So I'll just copy paste.
Yep.
And then I will do the same. Alright. Alright. So I have a couple of ideas that I want to mess around with. See if I can decode it.
Alright. And then can you show me the numbers again?
Yeah, I don't know. You good?
Yep.
Until you tell me what
Why
you know.
don't you just ask Clover? You
Clover?
already know she works with me.
Well,
Then
yeah.
why don't you...
I wanted to hear
Why?
it from you. That's a good question. Remember the crew quarters or this garden? We got paired up for 2 separate rounds. That means I've spent more time with you than anybody else here. Maybe that's it. I guess I'm just curious about you.
What are you talking about?
She spun around to hide it, but I caught a blush of red on her cheeks. We walked down the path where it ended next to the pond. I stayed silent. Alice sat down on the bench. We gazed at the smooth surface of the pond for several long minutes before she began to speak.
You don't hate me?
What? Why?
I tried to kill you.
You mean in the
Yes.
AB game?
I was so scared. Who wouldn't be? Kidnapped and locked up, forced to play some sort of bizarre game. And then we found that bomb. I know I probably sounded calm, but as soon as we found that thing, all I wanted to do was run away from it as fast as I could. Things just went downhill from there.
What do
I
you mean?
remember hearing that Quark had collapsed and running to the infirmary with everyone else. When I got there, I realized I couldn't understand what anyone was saying, and everything looked... I don't know how to describe it. It was like watching a video on fast forward, only it was real. Then I started to feel like... It's hard to explain. I guess you could say I didn't feel like I was myself, and it only got worse.
That was probably the
Yes,
Radical
I
Six.
think so. I don't remember much after that. When I woke up in the infirmary, suddenly all that fear was back. So all I could think about was getting out of this place as fast as I could. It never even crossed my mind that it could kill you. God help me, even if it had, I don't think I would have cared. See? I'm horrible. You hate me, don't you? Just do it!
What?
Kill
What?
me! Get it over with!
What the hell, Alice? I'm not going to kill you. I don't even...
You're lying! I could have killed you! I would have killed you!
Come on, calm down. No one's killing anyone. A single tear rolled down Alice's cheek, then another and another, leaving shining lines across her face. When I reached out, I saw her tense just slightly. Slowly, I brushed my thumb across her cheek and off, taking her tears with me.
Why are you doing this? You know, you kind of remind me of my father.
That's who you were after, right? The people who killed
Yes.
your dad? Did they have anything to do with the Myrmidons?
Will you promise not to tell Clover that I cried?
Ha, come
Keep your
on.
mouth shut. I'll tell you what you want to know about myself and about the Myrmidons. Deal?
Sure, my lips
Really?
are sealed. What crying? I don't remember any crying.
Good. All right then.
Alice took a deep breath and began. Okay. Here's all the talky bits. I'm ready. My father is Egyptian, but my mother is French. I met when my mother was in Egypt on vacation and married shortly thereafter. When I was there, we all moved to the U.S. My father was a scientist and his field was cloning. Uh-oh. He was recruited by an American lab, which is why he moved. Uh-oh. Both of my parents had used English around me from the time I was born, so I didn't have any problems adapting to life in the States. On my 9th birthday, we'd been there for 6 years. That was when it happened. In the middle of the day, my mother showed up at the school. Excuse me. Her eyes were red and puffy, but she didn't say anything to me on the drive home. When we arrived there, we were several policemen there to meet us. My father had always been a very punctual man, and when dinner time came and went with no sign of him, even I began to realize something terrible had happened. It wasn't until several years later that I finally learned the truth. My father's lab had been attacked by terrorists, and he had been kidnapped. For the rest of my childhood, my mother raised me by herself. I didn't realize it then, but it must have been incredibly difficult for her as a single mother, alone in a country where any relatives were a transatlantic flight away. She did her best not to let me see it, but every so often, when she thought she was alone, the mask would fall away, and in every line of her face, I could see exhaustion and loneliness. As much as I missed my father, it was those moments that made me wish more than anything he'd never been taken. Fortunately, I was an excellent student and did especially well in math. I earned a full-ride scholarship straight out of high school and spent the next several years studying. After graduation, I took a job with the Department of Defense, hoping they might have the resources to help me look for my father. I was simply immediately assigned to the Special Office of Internal Security. Their purpose is to investigate and sometimes deal with terrorist organizations and any other serious threats to the state. I could tell my mother wasn't happy with my decision, but she chose to remain silent about it. Eventually, I learned the terrorist organization that had taken my father was none other than the Myrmidons, although at the time the name didn't mean anything to me. They were suspected of human cloning. Specifically, it was thought that they could have been using cloning techniques to copy their most useful members and expand their ranks. The Myrmidons apparently believed that they could use cloning to create a new race of humans. Now, at last, I knew the reason for my father's abduction. The commander of the Myrmidons is a man named Left. We know his name and his gender, but not his appearance or his age. The Myrmidons are closely associated with a cult known as Free the Soul. We believe that Free the Soul provides their funding, but trying to pin any kind of misdeeds on the cult's leader, a man named Brother, is trying to nail Jello to a wall. Brother is supposed to be fairly advanced in years, and rumors say he's so old he can't even get out of bed. Unfortunately, his mind seems to be as sharp as ever. At that point, I hit a wall. I knew the Myrmidons had been behind my father's kidnapping, but it was all I could do to learn about them. And then one day, I got a tip that some of them were hiding in a building in the Nevada desert. I headed out immediately. On the way there, my car had some engine trouble and stalled out. I was trying to decide what to do when an SUV appeared out of nowhere. I'll give you one guess who was behind the steering wheel. Clover. That was the first time we met. There were 4 other people in the car with her, and when I asked about what they were doing, I got the last answer I expected. They told me they'd been locked up inside the very building I'd been on the way to investigate. They were currently in pursuit of the people who had kidnapped them in the first place. Their priority shifted very quickly. After a short discussion, I convinced them to allow me to come along. My hope was to find the people they were chasing, who I was certain were the Myrmidons. In the end, however, we were unable to track them down. In fact, I still don't know where they might have gone. Eventually, I took Clover and her companions to the SOIS headquarters. We decided that involving the police would only complicate things. After some questioning, it was determined that the people who had instigated this particular event were not connected to the Myrmidons. We did, however, discover that the mysterious disappearance and the subsequent reappearance of several children 9 years prior was connected to Free the Soul. There was also a 6th person in the SUV, although they weren't riding in it per se. A middle-aged man who I'll just call H, for now. He was bound and placed in the trunk. According to the other 4, he had been behind the disappearance of the children 9 years earlier. We also learned that his pharmaceutical company, a major player in the world stage, was effectively controlled by Free the Soul. More specifically, I suppose H was a member of Free the Soul and a very committed to their cause. So why had he kidnapped all those children? Apparently, it had been part of the experiment designed to test the ability of certain people to access what's called the morphogenetic field. I don't imagine you've ever heard of it before, so I'll try to give it a quick rundown. Simply put, these people can access a sort of field that allows their consciousness to resonate with consciousnesses of certain other people. To be honest, it might be simpler to just call it telepathy. The SOIS had heard of this particular ability before and had actually used it in a number of investigations, so I wasn't surprised to learn of its existence. I was shocked, however, to learn that the experiments had been carried out by a member of Free the Soul. If that was the case, then Brother must have known about it. The thought of him discovering a way to control and harness that power was terrifying. It wasn't too long after the incident in Nevada that another tip about the Myrmidons crossed my desk. At the time, it claimed that the Myrmidons intended to launch a large-scale biological terrorist attack. My boss decided that we needed more agents to deal with the threat that magnitude, and Clover was recruited. Because she'd been a test subject in H's experiment, we knew she had the ability to access the morphogenetic field, and we wanted to put that ability to use. After several months of training, she was sent on her first mission. She would be tasked with the infiltration and investigation of a Myrmidon cloning lab. I was assigned to be her commanding officer. I hoped that our investigation might also give me a lead on my father's whereabouts. At last, I had a chance to find out what really happened to him. I wouldn't let that chance pass me by. Perhaps that was what kept me from noticing the truth. The whole operation was a trap. The lab was fake, and Clover was captured almost immediately. I got there as fast as I could, but when I arrived at the building, she was only an empty shell. All the conspirators who had pretended to be researchers and the like had already fled. I searched frantically for Clover until at last, in a basement room, I found her. She had been tied to a chair on the floor. Next to her was another body. It was my father. He looked as if he'd been dumped there, and when I got to him, his body was already cold. He was covered in dark, ugly bruises. It wasn't until later that I learned he had died from ruptured organs and internal bleeding. They had beaten him to death. As soon as Clover had been captured, a Myrmidon in a mask came to visit her. He'd said that unless she wanted to end up like my father, she would leave them alone and tell her the masters at the SOS do likewise. In retrospect, they must have known who I was and who my father was. That was why they'd killed him. Perhaps they thought that they were sending a message to me. Or that once he was gone, I'd lose my reason for chasing them. They were very, very wrong. I took Clover with me and left. I tried to console myself with the fact that I had, at least, been able to save her. Sometime later, I received a call from the coroner. He told me there was something I needed to see. There in the morgue was my father, cold and pale on a steel table. I could barely stand to look at him, but the coroner insisted. On his left arm were 2 rows of numbers comprised of 8s and 9s. It took a moment to recognize my father's handwriting. He had carved them into his own skin. On his chest was another message, but they were letters this time, not numbers. Not many, just stuff to make a short sentence. I love you, Alice. I broke down crying right there in the morgue. They were the first tears I'd shed since the operation started, and there was no stopping them. There would be no forgiveness. Not for the monsters who put my father through this. They destroyed my family. I would make them pay, even if I had to die to do it. That night I made a promise to myself. I would avenge my father. It didn't take long to figure out that the numbers he'd written were the latitude and longitude. They pointed to a chemical factory that had been disguised as an abandoned building. Further investigation revealed that it was the mother lode we'd been looking for, the headquarters of the Myrmidons. I think my father must have known how things would turn out. Knowing he was going to die, he'd written down directions to our enemy's fortress on his own body. He'd sacrificed so much for me to waste this opportunity with recklessness. This time, our operation would succeed. This time, I wouldn't let my excitement put Clover or any of my other agents in danger. So we took our time, we gathered information, we did our research, and we planned. Finally, we were ready. December 25th, 2028 was going to be the day we finally set foot inside the Myrmidon stronghold. But then on the 22nd, only 3 days before the operation was scheduled to begin, a man in a gas mask appeared. So you inhaled that gas, passed out, and woke up here in the AV
Yes.
room.
Well, there it is. Everything that's happened with the Myrmidons and me. I left a few of the details out, of course, but you get the idea.
Damn.
Yep.
Alice went through it, dude.
Yep, she been through it.
Yeah, thanks. She gave me a sad sort of smile and stood up.
We should go back.
Not yet. Your story explained a lot, but there's still one big question.
Which is?
Who here is a Myrmidon? One of us planted the bombs. And based off the code we found, it's pretty clear that that person is a Myrmidon.
Yes.
And I agree that we need to figure out
What
who
do
they
you
are.
propose we do?
Well, that's what I wanted to ask you about. Do you have any
Clues?
clues?
Well, if I could decrypt that code, it might tell us something.
How
I
can we do
told
that?
you, we need a key. Without that, it's pointless.
What's a key?
Is a key. It allows you to sort of unlock a code. Myrmidons usually use this huge string of numbers as a key.
Wait, a long string of numbers? B? Oh, ho, ho. Did you decode it?
Nope.
Okay. Yeah. So, it's tough because, like, you have to know exactly how, like, could it be, like, every 8th number or every 8th from the left?
Well, that's what I was kind of assuming, but then I'm like, I don't know why they would have had it done multiple times, so I feel like you have to count, but you have to keep counting from, like, a certain point.
Possibly.
I'm not sure.
Possibly.
I wrote what I thought it might be, but I doubt it doesn't say anything. It's random like the other bomb codes.
78153 61098 83809 42419 90551.
What the hell?
He was convicted of a string of numbers. I was almost as surprised as she was. The numbers just kind of appeared in my mind, and I was saying them before I knew what I was doing. Alice looked at me incredulously, and I stared back.
Wait, can you say that again?
78153 61098 83809 42419 90551.
That's 198,449,351 to the third power.
She did say she was good at math.
That
What?
number you just told me, prime factor decomposition on that number gets you 198,449,351 to the third power.
Yeah, you weren't going to get that.
No.
You're talking about reducing an integer to a series of prime numbers that you multiply together to get it, right? Like if you have 30, you get 2 times 3 times 5,
Exactly.
right?
You probably learned that in junior high, right?
So you're saying that it's a prime, and if you multiply it by itself 3 times, you get... Yes. Don't tell me you just did all that in your
I
head.
did do all of that in my head.
Damn. Slim, smart, beautiful, big chest. She's the whole package.
Simple mental arithmetic.
What? No way. That's
I told
impossible.
you, I'm better at math than most people.
That's not better at
Look
math.
You just recited a huge string of numbers. That seems pretty astounding, too. Where did you find that number anyway?
I didn't know what to say. What would I tell her? That just came to me.
Can't tell me, huh? Fine. I'm pretty sure that's the key to the code, though. I know the Myrmidons use prime factors for their keys, and there aren't a lot of 25-digit numbers that turn out to be the third power of a prime number. I think there's a very good chance that number you memorized was specifically created by someone.
Could you explain that with small
look
words?
at the prime factors of your number. 198,449,351 to the third power. I think that's our hint for cracking the code. You still don't get it? Try to remember the code we saw in the infirmary. What did it say on the monitor?
I think the first row was CQUJXNMTEONERAXDFMIOVP.
And the second row?
BYOLWXYPXSVZEQGTKRTLED. I think. Then they just repeat. Excuse me.
Wow, you've got a pretty impressive memory. We could really use someone like you back at the...
Well, keep going. How do we decode that?
198,449,351 to point you to the right letters.
How do we do that?
Well, the first number is 1, So take the first letter. The next number is 9, so go 9 letters over from the first one. Then 8 from that one. Just keep going until you get something.
So you were doing it right, but you needed to fucking cube root it
Makes sense?
after you did the factorization. I remember what she said in my head. Prime number Alice gave me was 198449324. So what we gave, we picked the letters out like she insisted. First letter we see from the top. Then you move on 9 to the right, which would give you O. Then 8 more to the right. Eventually you would get a word, and that word was...
You can do it. Math is your thing.
You can do it. It's just counting.
You can do it.
Alright. You can do it.
So it's 1.
Well, you have the string numbers, right? Or the string of letters.
I have the letters.
And I got the numbers. Right.
Okay, so it's
I'll give you the numbers. You get ready for the letters, okay? Alright, 1, 9.
and then I.
You just keep going from. You just keep going.
Yep. Okay. So. Okay.
8.
Okay.
4.
Okay.
4.
No. 4. Then I go down to the next string.
You just keep going. Yeah, you just keep going.
Okay.
You just get the second 4.
Yep.
Okay, then 9.
Okay.
3. 5.
Okay.
1.
Okay.
What word did we get?
I think I didn't do it right.
Maybe you.
Maybe I did miscount.
All right, so I'll give you the letters that I get then.
Okay.
C.
Yep.
O.
Yep.
O. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. M.
Yep.
1, 2, 3. P.
Yep.
1, 2, 3. L.
Oh, it's supposed to be complete.
Good, come on.
Yep.
L.
Yep. L.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. E.
Yep.
2, 3. T.
Yep.
2, 3, 4, 5. E.
Yep.
D. Completed.
Gotcha.
So you did it. We did it. Boom. Now so we did everything. So we got the DO ending, get all that shit. I did it. Completed. That's it. That's the answer.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I did exactly what you told me to do, and the word I got is completed. Well, actually, it's completed, completed, completed. The code and the letters repeat every 2 lines. It just repeats.
Well, I can't remember the code like you can. If you're certain, I believe you.
I'm
All right,
definitely
then.
certain.
I wonder what completed is supposed to mean.
What, aside from the obvious, you mean? I'm guessing here it means mission complete.
The infection.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was trying to say mission completed to the people. So that's what the transmitter was for.
Huh? What are you talking? What transmitter?
I barely even heard her. Suddenly my mind was full of memories that hadn't been there a moment before. It was like a wave had washed away the sand, revealing a bed of precious gems underneath.
Oh, Holy Father, holy, my sacred mission is at last. With these two hands, mankind is saved. I am your will made flesh in your name.
Damn it, why hadn't I realized it before? I can remember a series of numbers, but not this? At least I remembered it now. Dio was a member of the Myrmidons. And not just any member, he was their leader. That meant he had to be the one who planted the bombs.
Hey, are you listening to... Then
Yeah.
answer my question. What the hell was that? What's this about a transmitter?
I didn't trust myself trying to explain it to her. More than likely, she'd just think I was insane. Even I could barely make sense of the sudden influx of new information.
Wait. Don't tell me you're one of the Myrmidon.
If I was, do you really think I'd reveal myself like
Point.
this? Out of nowhere, Clover appeared.
Oh, there you are. I've been looking all over for you.
Here I am.
We're all
Really?
down on the floor B where... Well, all of us but Luna and Clark.
Why?
Oh, damn, yeah. We've still got 45 minutes till the white
I
door's
know
open.
that.
Okay, hey, wait a minute. I thought you, Kay, and Quark didn't know about the white doors.
Tenmyoji told us about them. He said he'd show us where they were. So we all followed him down to the floor B warehouse.
Indeed.
I'm assuming you left Quark with Luna?
Yeah, anyway, when we showed up, Phi and Kay were already there. Well, all of a
So?
sudden, Phi, Tenmyoji, and Dio all started yelling at each other.
Why?
What?
Did something happen?
According to Clover, the last AV game had been the cause of their fight. Even though Tenmyoji only had one BP, Phi had chosen Betray. They started to fight, and since Dio pressed Betray on behalf of his team, eventually he got dragged into it too.
That seems odd. Phi only had one BP too. Your choice seems like a perfectly valid defensive move.
Ugh, just come with me. Kay's trying to calm them down, but there's only one of him.
Okay, okay. Come on, Alice, let's go. Yeah, so you had to fucking... You had to cube that long-ass string of numbers.
Mm-hmm.
And then reduce it to the prime factorization. Or whatever. All four of them are still here when we arrived. They seemed to have calmed down a bit, but the tension in the air was almost visible. I felt that as I stopped in the room full of flammable gas, even the smallest spark that could turn the whole place into a raging inferno. Even Kay, usually so calm and collected, was standing ramrod straight with his hand balled into a fist at his side. I looked at Alice and pursed my lips and then headed over to the angry knot of people occupying most of the room. Clover told me what's going on. This whole thing is stupid. You need to knock it off.
What about this is stupid? We're talking about my life, you self-righteous dick.
I know, but yelling at each other isn't going to solve your problem. And the best thing for us to do now is to trust each other and get through this. Indeed. Oh, yeah, no, that's the same. What?
Does this mean now that we've, like, when we Phoenix righted, we were pointing at Dio then? Like, we should be able to... I wonder if it's unlocked. You know?
Not yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Not
Who
yet.
planted the bomb?
We have to
We have to do it on this route.
Yeah, we have to officially get the information. But we're going to do that next time. As always, thank you all for watching. If you're enjoying the series and you want to see more, like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, follow me on Twitch, follow me on Kick. And if you want to help support the channel, check out the Patreon link in the description. For just $8 a month, you can help support bringing the best content that I can.
Until then.
I think we're done for the day.
Oh, okay.
Just too early.
Oh,
So I don't want to wait until 11. I'm starving.
okay.
Considering, you know, I only ate 3 sandwiches and a bunch of cookies.
Yep.
But if you wanted to keep going, I could eat a half sandwich now.
No, you're good.
Okay.